Mike Adams up, North Journal here with Paul Penix from PSC and Browning. And what we want to talk about today is some of your youth model bows and explain some of the features and the flexibility that's built into some of these bows so that we can put an actual hunter, a young youth hunter, into the field. What model do you have here?
Mike, I've got the Midas 3. This is our entry-level youth package bow. Comes in a 30-pound peak weight and a 40-pound peak weight. The significance of that is it has about 15 pounds lower than those peak weights. So a smaller child that's wanting to get started, even before they're allowed in the field to hunt, before they're 10 years old, they can start with this bow, get acclimated to it, and the bow will grow with them. It's got about 11 inches of draw length adjustment. And the cool thing is for a parent, when they're looking at getting their child a bow, they start with a lighter pound. When the child's ready to go to a heavier pound, we can upgrade to a 40 or a 50-pound peak weight limb through our limb upgrade program at PSC and Browning.
Okay, so what you're saying, what I'm understanding is you take that bow back in and they'll interchange the limbs on it to increase the poundage.
That is correct.
Okay.
And I have a couple other models we'll show you here in a minute,
okay,
and that carries through the whole entire line. The Midas 3, this has kind of been a staple in the Browning's line for a long time. Even before PSC purchased Browning, this was kind of their youth bow and their claim to fame. And it has the same type of structure. It has the old limb structure. It is a cast handle rather than a machined handle, as most youth bows are. It does have a nice skinny grip for a youth, so it's not a big bulky thing that a child's going to have to worry about torquing. And the draw cycle is a very, very sweet, very easy drawn, simple to get back, and they don't have to wrestle with it. And some dealers have been real creative at even finding a way to change the cable tune to make the bows even lighter poundage yet and fit younger children. I've seen six-year-old kids on the 3D range carrying their Midas and shooting and having fun and actually have an arrow stick in a target. So the package as you see it right now with the whisker biscuit, the sight and rest, runs about $279 retail. If they want just the bow, it's $199. So for the benefits of having all the pieces on here, a parent doesn't have to shop around. They're adequate. They're not, it's not a $189 sight with all the micro adjustability and the super fiber optics, but for what a child is going to experience, this is very adequate to take to the field and even in low light conditions be able to see, to shoot, and take game with.
Okay, and you talking about the interchangeable limbs. What can somebody expect to pay to get the limbs interchanged?
$60 charge.
Okay, you just mail or package up the bow, send it back into the company, and then they ship it back to you.
Yeah, you can do that, or you can take it to the selling dealer, and the authorized dealer, will be able to call it, get limbs, and the dealer's charge for him, and he just passes that cost on to the consumer. And usually the dealer will switch those out as a service to the customer.
Okay, great.
Only thing that the customer is ever going to pay to replace out of their own pocket on this bow, I might add, is the string and cables. Much like changing the oil in somebody's car. This is a wear and tear item. Somebody gets careless, nicks it with a broadhead, something like that, we're not responsible for that. But everything else on the bow does carry a lifetime warranty.
Now, if they interchange the limbs with this, would you recommend a string upgrade for this at that time?
Usually, because that tells me that the child's had the bow for quite a while, and it's time.
Okay, now what about the cams?
Cams all remain the same. Engineering has set it up so that the cam remains the same. And the way that the draw length, see if your cameraman can get this, the draw length is changed right here. You have a top and a bottom because this is a 2-cam bow. A is the longest draw, and A, by the way, would fit me. Okay. And as you go through the alphabet, each letter is 1 inch shorter. So as long as you adjust this one and that one, the top one, the identical same, the bow is effectively changed, the draw length, and you can do this on your kitchen table.
Okay, so there's no presses or anything of that nature that you need to have?
Exactly correct. No special tools. An Allen wrench, I think it's a 9/64 Allen wrench, and you're in business.
Okay, that sounds like it's fairly easy for any parent to be able to change a draw length and
sure,
let their kid grow into it.
And just keeping in mind that A is the longest, and just looking where they are right now, I'm on E. Well, Johnny needs to go to B, okay, or C, and that'll be 2 inches longer than what they were currently shooting. That will help them keep that identified. And it is real simplified that way as well.
And you say that's 11 inches of draw length adjustability.
Yes. And,
okay,
and the thing about a parent, they're paranoid. Is this kid going to like it? Is he going to stick with it? If Johnny decides that he doesn't want to shoot bows and arrows no more, or wants to shoot it later because he wants to play soccer right now, or he wants to play softball or something, when he comes back to it, chances are the bow will be able to be adjusted so he can fit it. And In the event that he doesn't want to ever shoot it again, somebody else can take the bow, and that adjustability is passed from child to child or person to person. So the value stays up on it, and it's it's a valuable bow. This bow has virtually remained unchanged for several years just for that reason.
Well, I know I see a lot of them, a lot of used bows, and that's the number one bow that I see being sold, just because, like you said, they either outgrow it eventually, or maybe they don't like them anymore, but they retain their value.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.